Moses Moody, freshman of the year in the conference. The fake, the lean, he fires and gets the deuce. And that's one of your problems. Moody's one of those guys who can make tough shots. That was pretty good defense. Really nice offensive execution
there. Moses Moody came out of high school as a 4-star recruit and committed to Arkansas. Moody had a solid season for a good Arkansas team that made her run all the way to the Elite Eight before being knocked out by the eventual champion Baylor Bears. Moody looks the part of a 3-and-D wing and should hear his name called in the mid to late lottery on July 29th. Moody's first strength is his shooting. Moody may not be the deadliest of shooters, but he still knocked down a healthy 36% of his 5.1 3-point attempts per game. He has a good-looking shot and isn't afraid to let it fly, especially off the catch from beyond the arc. He's also not afraid to take a couple of dribbles in on a closeout and knock down a mid-range jumper. I know everyone wants to dump on guys that like to take shots in the mid-range, but Moody appears to be a legitimately good mid-range shooter. He'll take the three if it's there, but if it's easier to take a step in and get an open look, he's not afraid to do that. Another strength of Moody's is how hard he plays. Moody isn't a frantic energy guy that looks like he snorted Adderall before he stepped on the court, but he still plays very hard and regularly makes hustle plays that not every player will. He'll dive on the floor for loose balls, fight hard to chase down and secure rebounds, and work hard to contribute positively on the defensive end. Moody is never going to be a guy that you'll have to worry about playing at less than 100%. One less strength of Moody's is his versatility, especially on the offensive end. Moody isn't always going to put up eye-popping stats, but he always seems to fill up the box score. He just chips in so many different ways. On offense, he can space the floor for you and knock down threes, he can cut off ball for layups, he can handle pretty well and create a little, and he will even contribute on the offensive glass. On defense, you can probably trust him to do solid work 1 through 4. He might not be quick enough to contain some of the fastest point guards, but he can certainly hold his own. At 6'6" with a 7-foot wingspan, he can certainly guard out on the wings. Moody's versatility on both ends of the floor makes him a valuable prospect in an increasingly positionless NBA. One of Moody's weaknesses is that he is mostly a below-the-rim type player. Moody is capable of throwing down a dunk here and there if he's open, but he's not very explosive and relies mostly on finesse scoring around the basket. With that in mind, he is still a proficient scorer around the rim. He has good touch and is crafty enough to draw fouls and go to the line. Being an explosive athlete doesn't make a player great on its own, but it's certainly a nice trait to have. Moody seems fine where he's at athletically, he just won't be winning any dunk contests. Another one of Moody's weaknesses is he can be a ball stopper at times. In fairness, he has shown some ability as a distributor over the course of the season, but there are also moments where he gets tunnel vision and takes a poor shot rather than passing, or takes too long to process where a pass would need to go. Given that he has shown some ability as a passer, I believe that this issue will improve with maturity and coaching, but there will be some growing pains as he works through this. One last weakness for Moody is his off-ball defense. This might partially be a product of Arkansas's defensive style of play, but it seems that Moody will get caught ball watching away from the ball at times. On the ball, he is a solid defender that has the potential to defend across at least 3 positions. He will just have to work on his off-ball focus and not get caught watching the ball. If you can get punished for this at the college level, it will only worsen at the NBA level. This first clip lets us see just how hard Moody plays. The play starts with Moody missing a 3 from the top of the arc. The rebound then squirts loose and gets batted around. Then, up 21, Moody dives on the floor to try to corral the loose ball. Most players would probably have just let this ball trickle out of bounds given the circumstances, but Moody is still playing like it's a one-possession game in the NCAA tournament. This is a little thing that most people probably don't even notice, but coaches will certainly appreciate this sort of effort in a must-win situation. This next clip gives us some insight into Moody's tendency to ball watch. The play starts with Moody underneath the basket, and initially he probably makes the right play rotating to stop the drive and protect the basket. But then he rotates to not one, but 2 guys that were already covered up. In the end, it sort of looks like he's just running around aimlessly following the ball. In fairness, this looks like it was a busted defensive play from the start, but at the NBA level, poor rotations like this get punished almost 100% of the time. Moses Moody has all the makings of an ideal 3-and-D wing type player. His versatility on both the offensive and defensive ends of the floor will be incredibly valuable to just about any team at the NBA level. I'm not sure how high his ceiling is as an NBA player. He doesn't seem like the type of player that would carry a team night in and night out. He mostly just lets the game come to him. He seems like a player to me that will have a long and productive NBA career. He could maybe push for some all-star consideration in the right situation with some growth. My NBA comp for Moses Moody is Saddiq Bey. Moody is a strong 3-and-D guy just like Bey, the type of player that any NBA team will be happy to have on their roster.